Hello, my friends. Thank you for coming by. I just wanted to do a short video introducing myself properly to all you guys. This is marking the 7th month anniversary of Inward Eye Tarot, and I so appreciate you guys. I love you very much and all of your stories and your energy and for participating in my journey. It's been quite a journey. I'm going to briefly tell you a little bit about my journey to tarot and my approach, just so you know when we connect where I'm coming from as a reader, as a person, and as a fellow walker on this spiritual path. I walk with you guys. I learn from you guys all of the time. It's quite a process. So my name is Jordan. It's nice to meet you, my friends. I've been around tarot for most of my life. My sister and my mother are both readers. So starting from about the age of 12, I was exposed regularly to tarot. I never did really take it up as a practice until much later in life. But in terms of spiritual modalities and connections, well, I've been that way my whole life. I'll give you a brief example of my astrology because that plays into my calling and why I'm here, and also maybe gives you a better idea of where my gifts come from. It did for me and it can for you, which is another reason why I'm such a big believer in the power of astrology. Tarot and astrology put together is the ultimate combo for self-awareness, in my personal opinion. Throughout my life, that's been the case. Anyway, I do have a Cancerian sun and a Scorpio rising. So I am a double water sign, which of course we can say, oh, the intuition and the sensing, which I believe every sign is equally intuitive. We just do it in different ways. However, yes, it is a very sensing type energy. And even as a small child, I picture it like a tuning fork. That's how energy works for me. I feel it. It's vibrational. And I get physical sensations of energy arriving. Of course, these things have developed over time as I have into other sensations, but even as a little kid, I had that connection. So I do have a Scorpio rising. I have Scorpio North Node, which is our destined mission and purpose for our soul here in this incarnation. That's in the 12th house, which is the house of transformation. Scorpio is the sign of death and transformation. So it's no mystery that I would be working with and around people who are in transformative times in their life. Scorpio is also the investigator of the psyche and what lies below. It is all about the mysteries of life and what's hidden and what we don't see and the shadows. So now in addition, and the psyche and the occult. So now in addition to the Scorpio rising and North Node, I do have 4 planets in the house of Scorpio. 3 of them are in Leo. So I literally have the sun in the house of the hidden. So not only is it a thing for me to shed light on what is in the shadows, it's also where I derive enjoyment. Absolutely I do, and I always have. So I came to tarot a little bit later. Astrology was first. Before that, I had an imaginary friend who I named Loretta. And it is my belief that there is no difference between imagination and intuition. Creative imagination is the same thing as intuition. It's just a different channel for it, a different name. Where does intuition come from? Where does creativity come from? Where does inspiration come from? It's all the same source, just kind of different applications of it. That said, I was drawn to the academics of astrology when I was about 14, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And then later in life, a series of heartbreaks that leads us to open up to our gifts usually brought me to tarot. And the power of it as a tool for self-analysis and for self-growth and for understanding what my true approach to tarot is, which is that you are the magic. The tarot is your tool, and it is meant for us to use to see ourselves and how best we can work with the energies available to us. Same with astrology. My approach to tarot is along those lines. And I came to YouTube to do general readings and things like that because I feel with all of that Scorpio energy and all of the 8th house, 12th house type stuff, it makes sense for me to apply my energy and my understanding in that way. And also, above all, I believe that love is the answer. And the more we understand ourselves, that's the only true hope we have to understanding what love is about, right? Self-aware. I also come from the approach that everything begins with the self. Self-awareness is the key. And these are the best tools for it. So, because I do have all that Leo energy, the sun, the fun, the joy, whatever, in the 8th house, to me, a lot of things that are dark to people are not to me. So my readings do tend to be a little bit on the heavier side of things because that is my approach. It's what we don't see, our subconscious, that often drives our external world. And being afraid to look is actually what feeds the power of that. There's nothing to be afraid of, absolutely ever. I do not have any formal training as a psychologist, psychiatrist, any of those things. Psychology is inherent in the understanding of astrology and tarot, though, and I do apply it in my readings. Always, always take only what works for you. I'm just here to share the path with you guys, and I love you guys. I hope you continue to enjoy the channel as it evolves. Oh, I wanted to mention, it's not my first endeavor of a channel. I had a channel before for a year, which I then left to pursue a podcast. I enjoyed it, but I wanted to read cards more, so I'm back. And I'm happy to see you guys. Okay, my friends, thank you for walking the path with me. Thank you for your support. And the more energy that we connect to one another, the better the readings will get. That is why one of the great benefits of having a small channel for now. And to me, that's great. It is more about the close contact. I'm an empath, not a psychic. So when I do readings, I do tend to get very emotional. These are not my emotions. I'm feeling the energy in the card. It's that tuning fork. I'm feeling the person. So you know how tarot works. You got to take it as it resonates for your life. Like I said, I tend to get very emotional in readings, but that's because the energy of the person I'm reading is that way. So it's like a channel, and that is how it works for me. Okay, I'll leave it there. We will talk to each other soon, guys. I love you very much. I'll see you soon. Namaste, my friends.